Hello and welcome to the University of Law. In today's video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing Doctor Who the Quintessence. So first of all, what can I say? I think this came out very early October and it really set up the month of Halloween, didn't it? Just a wonderful... I'm not a massive fan of the Cybermen because I don't always feel they get the best stories. I think the Daleks get very strong stories, and the Daleks are as such where the voices and the design, they're very vibrant colours. They can fly, they can do all sorts of exciting things. I think even if you don't do a story that's based on what the Daleks inherently are, you can get a really fun Dalek story. And with the Cybermen is obviously by design, they are very plain, they're humanoid, they're silver, very kind of plain colours. They don't pop as much as the Daleks for me. So the Cybermen for me only really grabbed me when it's a story that really takes kind of the essence of what is a Cyberman and what does that mean for us. And it's trying to find a different angle on that because there's only so many ways you can do that without telling the same story. And I think Doctor Who has done an amazing job over the years of giving us stories that take what the Cybermen are, what they represent, and really give you a really interesting story. I think the only time where it works otherwise is when you get stories, which I really enjoy Revenge of the Cybermen, and I enjoyed the story set within the Orion Wars, and Earthshock as well, actually. So stories that kind of build on the kind of lore of them and their campaigning. But actually, no, they do interesting stories, actually, I have to say, when they look at kind of the nature of the Cybermen being wanderers with their planet being destroyed. They're fun stories, but for me, the most powerful Cybermen stories are the ones where they look at the true horror of what the Cybermen are. The Third Doctor obviously never had a Cyberman story on television. He's had one on audio before. I know there was that Companion Chronicle, but in terms of the full cast ones, there's been one before, and this is his second one. This carries on the lovely theme of stories with Joe Jones, the older Joe Grant, kind of set post the collection minisodes and Sarah Jane Adventures. You can see from the front cover we've got a Cyberman's eye. We're viewing it through a Cyberman's eye, and actually there were some really quite chilling moments in here. It looks at the nature of parenthood and wanting to protect your children and the length you'd go to do that. The imagination of a child, how taking away your emotion takes that imagination away. Such a strong story. I really don't want to go into it too much because I don't want to ruin it for the for you as a viewer in case you haven't heard it yet, but some great aesthetic. There was a lot of... The story changes as it needs to through the 6 episodes. It's nice to have a 6-part. It really changes because obviously to sustain it over that amount of episodes you need to kind of have a bit of a variation, and it does give you that variation. It doesn't feel forced, doesn't feel like you're jumping around, it feels natural. There's a natural progression to the story that takes you from location to location. Really, it's definitely the strongest. I know there's only 2, but it's the strongest Third Doctor Cyberman story. I enjoyed the other one, and that one was one of my other favourite genres of Cyberman, which is the idea of them being conquerors, but this really took the essence of the Cybermen. So that's my little review out of the way. I'm just going to get the cellophane off now. So here we have it, the Quintessence. And you'll see from the back, it is written by Lauren Mooney and Stuart Pringle, who are a really great writing partnership. They've done some great stuff since lockdown. And I'd love to see what else they can come up with, but done some great stuff. So it is a 6-part story, so all 3 discs are covering that. So we've got parts 1 and 2 on disc 1. There's your reversible sleeve with the original 70s logo. I think Nick Briggs interestingly said that Stuart and Lauren usually write for the new series range, but because this is Joe Jones, technically there was that new series link. Got some photographs in here. Cast list. So I was very pleased to hear Emily Joyce. I was a massive fan as a child of My Hero, and of course she was in that for those 6 series that I really enjoyed. Disc 2 is episode 3 and 4. There's some genuine heartbreaking moments in this this story. And then parts 5 and 6 on disc 3. Actually, I've just noticed, so obviously it says box set 6 on the spine because it is box set 6, but it also, I've noticed, says, if you can see that, 14, because it is the 14th Third Doctor Adventures release. Interesting, I hadn't noticed that before. I'll have to look at the other sets now. There we go, the Quintessence. What did you think of this story? What do you think of the Cybermen in general? Do you agree with my views? Do you have different views? Do you love the Cybermen? Do you prefer them to the Daleks? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Look forward to speaking to you soon.